Saba's 2012, a beautiful song off his album Few Good Things that released last year, beautifully captures the youthful past, a perfect way to reminisce on the past with some rose-tinted glasses and capture nostalgia at its best. This is a storytelling track that's cut in half with two different stories on the first verse and the second verse. The first verse being Saba engaging with a female when he was younger, two students that had each other's back and the world against them. We barely showed up to class once they had each other's attention, sort of speaking in third person in the beginning about how they engage, and then eventually going into first person towards the end of the first verse. One of the verses that stick out to me and that resonates with me, music's our common interest. We rambling about Kendrick and Kid Cudi and Cudi Boy. I'm trying to put her onto some shit that she missing for some of us, because whenever I look in my demographics for podcasts and YouTubes, I do see there's a good portion of y'all that are around my age, early 20s, potentially late teens. And then of course there's other youthful ages, teenagers and kids as well. But I know some of y'all gonna resonate with the fact that, at some point you probably try to put a female on to Kendrick or Kid Cudi if she wasn't already cultured with the music, because ain't nothing better than like, whoa, you listen to Kid Cudi too? Or you listen to Kendrick? We both gonna be bumping Section 80? It's a done deal. But this was something that definitely captures that nostalgia. And then going on through these verses, it just so happens she listens to the same thing, trading tapes. And then at the end of this verse, Saba getting a bit reflecting on his insecurities and the fact that he dealt with social anxiety, and it got him stumbling on his words whenever it came time to spit some game, but he always spoke his mind. The way this track is on an instrumental, that you hear the birds chirping, a beautiful melody on the pianos, and it just has that summer atmosphere. Whenever you go back into your memories and you look back at your youth, if you were going outside, you had your homies, you had the girls you listened that you were talking to, and you had the music there. Like a hip hop was part of your life. You growing up, like everything is meshed in beautifully in 2012. Of course, 2012 dating back to that time period, that year 2012. Now, the chorus on 2012, it's simplistic, it's full of appreciation, and it's something that's heartwarming because it's just a regular hook, talk about going to the corner store, whether it's your new thing, going to the corner store, and you're not able to afford anything, you're not barely able to afford chips, but you do what you do. You do what you do, you gotta steal it, you gotta pull your money in together, you're just young kids, and I wouldn't want to say poor. As much as you didn't have the money, those memories, those interactions, those days of being with one another, it made everything feel fulfilled. And that's everything that you needed. Going on to the post hook, I had everything I needed. It's a beautiful touch by Saba on here. Now going into the second verse is whenever it's for the niggas, it's for the boys, it's for our best friends, and having each other back, whether we're going to the corner store and stealing food together, trying to grab any little penny dollar together to buy food. I know for me, definitely, I remember back in the day, me and all the boys would group together money from passing pizza flyers, buy some weed with it, go to Wendy's, get like dollar burgers and just fuck that shit up together, play some ball. And continuing along with this on the second verse, and that this one's more keened in on the friendship, the kinship, and imagery is the strongest aspect of this track. And when it comes to storytelling tracks, imagery, I believe to be the most important form, the most important form of writing to truly flesh it out. Imagery. And because we're not gonna need like double, triple entendres. I mean, it's dope if we do got that, but imagery paints the picture, paints the place. Of course, then we go from the verses that continues to sort of direct us through, whether it's in first person or in third person, whether you're painting the environment out. And then, going through some of the verses here on the second part, we come from 50 cents bags of candy and penny pinching. It's like a wishing well. We gave the concrete our wishes. Going over from there, just taking it a bit of appreciation from the place that, the place that you live at, even if it ain't the best, the fact that, you're having these memories being built, the homies are over. And this is something that I can't relate to when it comes to Saba, but whenever he finishes it off with, it's you against the world with the homies, doing anything you can to, have a good time. And then eventually getting a little bit more what do I say, dreadful, but more take it like a 180 in the fact that, you know, even when there's bodies droppings on the same blocks that we play tag for some old shit, they wanted payback so we could all escape it in the booth with the playback because it's the only place that we knew you were safe at. It gives that extra element of, as heartwarming as everything is, there was that tough reality that had to be faced. Of course, finishing it off with the hook. And I'm gonna read over this Saba quote over here on Genius Annotations, where he speaks about losing close friend Squeak Pivot, who was on the Pivot Gang, and quote, Squeak Pivot broke down. I played him the album and he just broke down. On 2012, I'm talking about him because he stayed with us briefly. It's just such an eerie thing to have played all of that, and then I don't even think it might have been 2 weeks later to get that call that I got. It's just fucking unreal still. But the beautiful part about making an album like this is some people you lose somebody and you wish you could have had certain conversations. You wish you could have said certain things. I know that most of the people that I've lost, I got to share words, and I love that connection prior, and I'm just really grateful for that. Having that moment, seeing anybody, let alone one of my homies, react to words that I said that way that he did, lets me know that, no, this is some powerful shit. End quote in regards to 2012. That was Saba, a piece right there. And yeah, this was a track damn near, what is it, a year later. Yeah, it's officially been over a year that it's my favorite track on the album. I should probably listen to A Few Good Things a bit more, but that's the one that I go back to that I feel is great for storytelling, great for laid back, good vibe. Y'all let me know.